Hey YouTube, this is B-Nice78 here, having a lovely day, doing another review. But before I get started with the review, I wanted to kind of tell you something, give you a little bit of info. I had a request to do a range video with the Taurus PT 1911, and as you all know, there's a shortage with ammo, so I gotta wait until I can get a little bit more 45 ammo to do that video, or to do the range video for you. I am going to do the range video for you. I promise you that, and it's coming. And if I can't come up with the rounds within the next few days or so, I'll just go ahead and use what I've got. But I've been trying to store some ammo back because obviously the ammo shortage. So anyway, how about we get started with this review? This evening we're going to do a review on the Glock 22 Gen 3. I know most of you have already seen it 1,000 times. I know I'm gonna get the people out there that goes, oh, we've seen the Glock 22 Gen 3 videos, we don't care, and I ain't talking to you. So, I'm talking to the people that really, aren't sure about it, maybe give you a little bit of information on my side of the house, and just kind of let you know kind of what I think about it. And like I say before, I don't limit my videos. I take my time to try to get the best information I can get to you, with what I've got. So, with that being said, let's come on down here to the reason I'm making this video. As you see, obviously it comes in a nice box. They come in a decent box. I say decent. It's not the Tupperware anyway it used to come in. But that's not what we're about here. So, okay. We've got. It comes with. And by the way, I have safety checked it, but just for you guys, I'll check it again. No bullets or no ammo. It's not loaded. Okay. There are no rounds in the mags. Okay. So anyway, it comes with 2 magazines, as you know, most of them do. Some of the Gen 4s now actually come with 3 magazines. So it comes with the 2 mags. It does come with a brush and a little cleaning rod, so you can brush your bore out. Which who really, if I'm going to the range and I'm going to go shoot, obviously I'm going to do a really good thorough cleaning when it gets home anyway, so I won't be using any of that. And then we have the Glock 22 Generation 3. By the way, this is basically brand new. I fired like maybe 100 rounds through it. So anyway, it's actually a really nice gun. It does have the finger grooves, which a lot of people don't like. I really do like the finger grooves. They really fit and feel really good to your hands. They do have the stippling on the back here, and which is nice. It does have the lanyard loophole, which is also a very nice thing. And okay, so over here, this of course would be your ejector. So hang on, let me move my cat. Okay, so this would be the ejector. Don't do it, kitty kitty. And it does come, unless you like, I guess if you get lucky to find one with night sights, then obviously I would get it. But this comes with the regular Glock sights. Most of them do. Of course, it does have the safe action trigger, so that, you know, if you drop it or whatever, it won't go off, which, whatever. Okay. So, of course, you've got your takedown lever. You've got your slide release or slide lock, whatever you want to call it. Yes, I know you're not supposed to do it like that, but I did it anyway because it's my gun, so I can do what I want with it. Okay. You got the, of course, on, as you know, on the Gen 4s, it does have the extended, the larger, it does have the larger magazine release buttons, which is really nice. And of course, they do have different stippling and, you know, all that good stuff. But that's really about all they have. The only difference, besides the two-piece spring, the recoil spring is nice, you know, but to some people don't like it. Of course, this one does have the Picatinny rail, you know, for mounting a light. I don't have one, so you can act like it's there. A light or laser, whatever. It does have stippling on the trigger guard there, and it is a really nice gun. I've seen a lot of reviews on it, and of course, if you know Glock, you know, or if you've ever had Glocks, you know how well liked they are and loved they are, and how people just absolutely, a lot of people worship the Glock line of firearms. You know, they are, as well, the 22, the Glock 22 Gen 3 is actually, you know, lengthwise it is 8.3 inches long. The width would be 1.18 inches wide, just so you can kind of width-wise, if you're thinking, you know, if you're thinking on it, putting it in a holster, carrying it, you know. Now the weight, unloaded, just like it is 22.93 ounces, and that's unloaded and no magazine. So with the magazine and a round in the pipe, it's 34.42 ounces, which still isn't very heavy. I mean, I'm a big guy, you know, I'm 6'7", so the size really don't matter to me. I carry 1911 quite a bit, as you've seen the video on the PT 1911. Love that gun. But anyway, so 34.42 ounces loaded. Your trigger pull on this is 5.5 pounds, so it does have 5.5 pound trigger pull. Obviously the trigger travel is almost 0.50 inches, and I did say 0.50, not 50 inches, period. So you do have, you know, that much of the trigger travel. It does come stock with your 15 round magazines. You can see it here pretty good. 15 round mags. And these mags are actually, they do have the notches on both sides, so they should work fine in the Gen 4s as well, because the Gen 4s are ambi. They're ambidextrous, so you can put the, you know, you can switch them over, switch the magazine release over to the left if you're a lefty like me, and you'll still release and everything just fine. So, but you can, if you order the gun, let's say you ordered it, you know, from wherever, Glock or whatever, you can get the 17 round magazines. So those are optional. So a little bit of history maybe. I know it's boring, but the Glock 22 was actually introduced by Glock in 1990, and the reason they came up with this was they wanted to close the gap between the 45 and the 9mm. Law enforcement, they wanted something a little less than a 45 so everybody could handle it a little better. So they came out with a 40 caliber, and of course, I don't know if you can see it very well. That's the 40 caliber. This is actually the hollow point, one of the hollow points. This one's a gold dot, I believe. Yeah, it's a gold dot spear. So anyway, now the sights. Let's talk a little bit, just for a minute, about the sights. I absolutely, out of all the sights I've seen on the Glocks, you know, or on lots of newer guns, these have to be some of the best ones that I've seen. I do suggest or recommend the Trijicon night sights. Strongly recommend them. They are great sights. I'm actually going to put them on my 1911, and but I would definitely suggest them for your Glock 22 if that's what you've got or what you're getting. They're nice and bright. You know, it's just nice to see them glowing over on the nightstand in the middle of the night when you open your eyes to get up and go winky. So anyway, so let's break this thing down and just see. I know most people know how to break it down, again, like I say, but this isn't for those people. This is for the people that don't know how to break it down, or are thinking about getting one and aren't sure about it. So this is for them. So here we go. The first thing, and this, by the way, this is my way of doing it. I'm sure somebody has another way of doing it, but this is my way. So, of course, make sure it's unloaded. Yes, it's unloaded. No mag. Okay. And fire it, or pull the trigger on it, and then I pull this back. I pull both sides of this, the slide or the takedown lever, pull it straight down toward the trigger guard, hold it down, and just slide this right off. No problem at all. You got your lower, and you've got your slide, and then very, very simply, just pull your one-piece guide rod and guide rod spring out. This is something I really like. I have a Springfield XDM 45, and the spring, of course, it's a two-piece. The spring and guide rod are two pieces, and that thing will, if you accidentally let it go and it hits your TV, you'll be buying a new one. So anyway, that's nice having the one piece. And like I say, the Gen 4s have a two-piece for recoil purposes to lower your recoil. Then you just take your barrel out like so. Then you're done, and you just took it apart.
Wow.
4 whopping parts. Yay. Okay, so not a whole lot to really talk about. I mean, they're very, very dependable, very dependable guns, and very upgradable. You can upgrade these things. You know, you can put the ghost triggers in them. You can change the this end cap here. You can change that end cap to something like a hell. You can put a Hello Kitty on there if you want to, but you can. They can actually. You can send these to some places, some some dealers or companies or whatever, they can do these in desert tan or dark earth, whatever you want, pretty much. Barrels, man, there's so many barrels out there for these things. A good company is Lone Wolf. They are really a great company for you know, if you want upgraded barrels, or if you want like to shoot lead through it, through your barrel. You can buy one from Lone Wolf, so you can actually shoot your lead through it, or I think it was lead. Pretty sure it was lead. But anyway, it's you know, they're nice, but Glock's barrels are just fine. I've never had a problem with them. I've had a few Glocks, and I also have been in law enforcement and used Glocks, and they've always been just great. So then, you know, as far as cleaning them, I'm not going to go through the cleaning and all that. It's not that hard. You know, Q-tips are really good for, you know, cleaning them, you know, getting in the smaller to get into areas. You know, just, and it's real simple to clean. Real simple to clean. I would personally keep the solvents and you know, your cleaning solvents and stuff out of back here. You know, if you're going to clean back in here in this area, you want to, I would use a swab or something. You use a Q-tip and get in there, you know, but you don't want to get anything in here, because, you know, that's where your striker is, your firing pin stuff. You don't want that to get gunked up in there. That would be kind of hard to get, you know, take apart, be a mess. But, you know, up here, you want to clean in here, of course. So anyway, but these are really nice. And also the on the Glock on the 22 Gen 4s, any Gen 4, with that two-piece spring, this hole down here for your guide rod and spring is bigger, much bigger than the ones on the Gen 3s, to adapt the two-piece guide rod and spring system into it. Some people have said they've had problems. Some people have had problems with the Glocks having, the new Glock, the Gen 4s anyway, having a weak ejection. I don't know anything about that, but I've heard it a couple times. I've never seen it happen myself, so I can't say whether it's true or false, but it was just something for you to ask about if you're buying the Gen 4 Glock 22. And so let's just throw this thing back together. It's just like it came apart, no different. Just goes in here. Your guide rod and spring goes here. You put it down in this little notch down here. You probably can't see it, but that's okay. Okay.
I can see it.
It goes down in here, and you put it on the rails here, match them up, pull it up, and that's it.
Easy.
And it's really, really simple to put together. You know, I'm personally a huge fan of the 45 caliber, anything 45 caliber. I just personally, I'm not much into the 40 cal, so, you know, this is what I'm carrying right now. I switched off from it, and I was carrying the XDM 45, which I love. It's just a bigger gun. So anyway, as far as weight and everything, you know, these are really good, really light, and they're very dependable, like I said a while ago. And as far as accuracy, oh man, they're very, very accurate, very nice. The 100 rounds or so I put through this thing, every time, you know, I was within, you know, 30 yards, right around 30 yards, and every time, I mean, the rounds, some would go through the same hole, you know, and very accurate. And I like the 15 round magazines. Also, you can get like a 22, I think it's a 22 round extended magazine for these things. So, you know, that's always something nice to put in your glove box, or, you know, hell, maybe in your mag pouch if that's the way you want to carry it. But they're really nice. And, you know, of course, the last round fired out of the magazine will lock the slide back. That's not any kind of secret. And it's just really nice. And the as far as that goes, you know, you, as well as a lot of, you know, the Gen 3 Glock 22s or any Gen 3 Glocks are all, they're made for right-handed people, which most people are right-handed, I have to say. So if you're a lefty, you're kind of stuck to that. But now the Gen 4s are out. You know, they've got the changeable magazine releases. You can switch them over to the left side or to the right side of the gun for left-handed people. But of course they don't have the sorry about the kitty. They don't have the lost my train of thought. They don't have the control, like the mag release or the slide release on the right side of the gun or anything like that. So, you know, it's kind of your deal, but they are really very reliable. They're a great carry gun, and you know, there's just, you know, you've got the Glock, you've got the Gen 3 22, and then you've got the 27, which is the it's the baby version of this. That's a subcompact in this model. I'm actually getting one of those for my mom this here coming up pretty quick, and I will be doing I'll be doing a review on it as well. So anyway, that's really about all I can say about. Oh, it does have really tough finishing on the outside. I was actually told that an instructor at a Glock armor school actually sharpened his knife on it and didn't even scratch it. So I'd say it's pretty tough. So anyway, and you can also get these in threaded barrels for suppressors, you know, for all you assassins out there. So anyway, I really appreciate you watching, and I hope to, or I'm going to do more videos coming soon, and we'll do some range videos. I'll get these put up, and you know, like I say, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you don't, you know, if you've got something that I can do better in my videos, please leave a comment. Keep it clean. This is for everybody, you know, kids included. I don't want to, you know, a bunch of cussing and all that on there. So let's try to keep it clean for the younger crowd as well. And so that being said, God bless you all, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.